What's going on YouTube? It's LG2W's Finest back with another video. This video is going to be a rec gameplay post commentary where me and a friend absolutely destroyed in the rec center. We actually ended up combining for 62 points, but that's not all I'm here for. I'm here to talk about the NBA season, what I think is going to happen, especially after the Kawhi Leonard bomb that got dropped. I mean, you got to be really ready for the season to start. I've been ready since basically he signed, especially since, you know, Clippers and the Lakers are going to be the top two teams to as far as contending for a championship. But starting off, as you can see, other team knocks down a 3-ball. You know, we take it out. And, you know, we start off a little bit behind. You see, score 6-4. But we're going to come down with the ball. And my teammate is definitely going to come down and knock down a 3-ball pull-up. He's a shot creator, so, you know, that's very easy to make. But as far as the season is concerned, I'm thinking that a lot of people are putting a lot of stock into what the Clippers are going to do this season, especially since they picked up Kawhi, also landed Paul George that night, and that was just one of the craziest nights in free agency history. As far as like what I believe though, I think the Lakers are still a better team, especially after the way they were able to get around and scramble and just land a lot of great players. You get Danny Green, you add DeMarcus Cousins, you get Rondo, JaVale McGee back, and Quinn Cook and Troy Daniels and all of those guys, you add them all in. I'm not saying that they're all big difference makers, but I do like what the Lakers did right after the fact, as far as after Kawhi signed. I mean, let's start off with the fact that the Lakers were able to get Boogie Cousins, who's probably still the best NBA center there is as far as pure fives out there, you know, other than like the Rudy Goberts, who have probably a bigger impact as far as defensively. But if Cousins comes back healthy, the Lakers have probably, in that matchup with the Clippers, they got the two best bigs in that series, and the Clippers really don't have anybody that can defend neither one of them. Couple that with the fact you add in LeBron James, you add in Kuzma, the Lakers front court is way bigger than what the Clippers can offer. I mean, they got Kawhi, they got Paul George, and they definitely have Montrezl Harrell. But if that's going to be your three best bigs, none of them go past 6'9". And if you think about it, Lakers will have Anthony Davis, he's 6'10", 6'11", Boogie Cousins 6'10", 6'11". He add in Bron, he's 6'8", Kuzma 6'9". That's a really big front court to contend with. And if they're going to finish the game with Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly, they are very small to finish games. If the Lakers go big, I see them really crushing the Clippers on the glass and inside, because there's just not going to be enough rim protection there. I mean, I love what they did, but the Clippers aren't clear-cut favorites. I think this is one of the more open seasons in NBA history, but I really like the Lakers over the Clippers still right now. As you see, we close out the first quarter of the game 25-13, only had 3 points. But this game's going to start getting out of hand here in a minute. You know, playing good defense. You know, get a block shot there. Teammate gets a run out. You know, we should have got an open three right there. I don't know why we didn't get an open three. He takes a bad shot. Don't know who that guy is, but he takes a terrible shot. They come down, get the rebound, they're pushing on the break. Look at this motion jumper. I think that dude was a sharp. How does he hit a motion jumper like just off the catch like that? I don't know. You know, this game is kind of crazy, especially with the steals. Just like that, when that dude's standing at the three-point line, he jumps up 25 to 40 inches or something like that to tip the ball. That's just nuts. All right, so we get that rebound coming off. We're going to push it up the court. Teammate gets a run-out layup. That's an easy bucket. But as far as the Clippers are talking about, man, I just don't see them really beating the Lakers in a 7-game series. Playoff Bron is one of the better players in all of like history as far as the playoffs are concerned. Just run down the numbers and the stats. I mean, he's at the top of almost everything. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see how the Clippers match that. Going over to the Clippers, though, I mean, if you look at it, they do have Kawhi Leonard, they do have Paul George, they do have Patrick Beverly. That is going to be the toughest backcourt in all of the NBA to score on. I don't care what nobody says. They should be one of the greatest defensive teams, I think, in history. Probably going to be pushing that steals record as a team as well. I mean, you look around after that, though. I mean, they got Lou Williams. He's not a great defender. You got all these other players you're questionable on, other than Lou Williams. He's 6 man a year multiple times. So, I mean, I could trust him, you know, to show up. He's been averaging 20 points a game for a lot of years in a row. But after the Clippers got the same problem the Lakers have. It's like after that top heavy, backcourt with Kawhi, PG, Beverly, and Lou Williams, I don't know where else they get anything else from. And anybody saying that it's a guarantee that everybody else gets better, where you're adding in 2 stars, and these players from last year, they all know their roles, but they're gonna be different roles this year. You're adding in 2 superstars. I mean, it's not easy to just add in 2 superstars and then say I'm gonna take a back seat. I'm not saying that's the same thing with the Lakers. Everybody's got that problem, but I mean, as far as the Lakers and Clippers are concerned, I think they're the clear top 2 championship contenders in all of the league. As you see, I'm about to knock down another 3 right here, and we start opening this game up, skipping on forward in the second quarter. I knocked down another 3 right there. I'm just, I started to heat up at the end of the second quarter. You see, game's only 10 points. It hasn't got out of hand yet. This dude comes down, shoots another 3. I mean, just 7. Well, I think it's gonna end up being a 9-point game at the half. I think we get another bucket right here, but I'm ready to see what this NBA season is about. And we're gonna get into some of these other teams like here in a few moments, and what I think the other teams are gonna bring as far as the season is concerned. Some of the other moves made in this free agency period, to catch everybody off guard. Of course, everybody's gonna talk about Russell Westbrook to Houston. Now, as far as fit, I don't know if that's gonna fit. Russell Westbrook, great player, but if you watch Houston play, it's pure isolation. James just isolates to about 4 or 5 seconds on the shot clock. Then he goes in, either passes it or shoots it, and he makes everybody else stand around. I don't see how Russ fits into that. But if they make it work, that is a very that's probably a top 5 duo in all the NBA. Behind Steph, Clay, LeBron, AD, Kawhi, PG. I think right after that you gotta go right with Russ and Harden. They could make some noise in the Eastern Conference. 2 top teams in the Eastern Conference, Philly, and you got Milwaukee. Milwaukee loses Brogdon, but Philly adds Horford. I think Philly's better, but Ben Simmons got to be able to shoot. If he can't shoot, it's going to be tough for Philly to win. They're just going to be big. I mean, they're going to be tough to beat because they're big, but they can't shoot that well. They lost J.J. Redick, and you just don't have too many shooters out there. Ben Simmons is going to have to stretch his game out. He's going to have to get better. I expect Embiid to get a little bit better. Adding in Horford, it should do wonders. He should, be better shape with Horford around, a veteran to just lead the locker room. I think that's what they desperately needed this past playoffs. They got Jimmy Butler, but, he's a little, volatile as far as, attitude sometimes, especially towards other players. You got Jimmy Butler going to Miami. I don't think that move has a lot of impact. You got Chris Paul at the Thunder. Just looking at it, I don't see what the Thunder are going to do with him. I don't suspect that they'll keep him. It's getting more and more towards the fact that he's going to end up playing this season out at least. Because, $40 million to a 34-year-old Chris Paul, he's not what he used to be. He definitely deserved that money when he got it. Houston being one of the better teams in the league at the time, but I just don't see it, man. I don't see how they move that contract. Last, I think we got the team that is being slept on the most. You got the Warriors. Added D'Angelo Russell. They got Steph still. Clay's gonna be out for the first couple games, more than half of the season with the ACL injury. But boy, when they get him back, that team is scary. Especially if they get into the playoffs, 6, 7, 8 seed. You do not want to play them in the first round. I don't care who you are. They got championship pedigree. Draymond Green. That team is just ready to play together. I don't like that they lost Iguodala. Still some dominoes to fall as far as the year is concerned. But getting to this gameplay, you can see we've opened this game up. We're up 32 as I'm about to bang another 3 right over that guy. I heat up, man. After the first quarter, I only had 3 points at the end of the first quarter, but you see, man, I'm up at 25 right now. The game not even over. I think I finished with 32, but as far as the NBA season is concerned, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to see, where does everybody end up? Where does everybody end up going? You know, playoffs, you know, injuries are always going to play a part in the season. Typically, the most healthy, good team always wins the championship. You know, that goes back to, you know, the Warriors, you know, the Cavs, you know, they stayed healthy when they got their championship in 2016. Warriors didn't deal with any injuries, you know, in their three-peat until, I mean, not their three-peat, I'm sorry, they lost it the last game of their three-peat, but, I mean, the last series of their three-peat, but, if they don't get hurt, I still think they end up winning that championship. And when KD comes back, Brooklyn's going to be scary too, especially if they sneak into the playoffs. They're talking KD is going to be fully healed in January. I mean, if he comes back March and they in the playoff hunt, you don't want to see them boys. Kyrie, KD, I mean, dude, that's a very scary team to deal with. Nobody in the East wants to see that. I don't care if you Philly, I don't care if you know, Milwaukee. I don't know who else is going to be good. I mean, after those two, the rest of the East is kind of up for grabs. Other than, I mean, Brooklyn's going to be there, but they won't be competing if KD don't come back. It's going to be really like a year of just Kyrie, and then, you know, the next year is probably when their window is going to be wide open. Kyrie only being 27 years old. I appreciate everybody who came through and watch this gameplay, this post-commentary gameplay. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.